Oh, we live? Hey! Who here? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing, everybody? It's a great day to be live, as always. And I will be here for the next 2 hours. And my friend Kurt will be joining at 5:30 to discuss how we are gonna. Kurt's coming. Kurt's coming. Kurt is coming at 5:30 p.m. my time. Right now it is almost 4 o'clock. Hey, where's everybody from who's in here? All right. I'm currently in Texas. And yeah. Oh, you're from Egypt? No, we got someone here from Egypt. My guy, you're at the pyramids right now or what, bud? Oh, Boston Byerly in the building. Oh, Hagen? That's too easy. That's too easy. That's too easy out here. Yeah. No, but me and Hagen been doing some little sparring together. Hey, I got my ass beat, and I've never changed so much as a person within 15 minutes of getting completely concussed. Yeah. I'll tell you what, if you've never been punched in the face. Oh, snap. Thank you for the donation. Zero Hollow. I appreciate that. Look into Sam Garen's Investigate Jesus' Words Only Red Letter. Christians or Karenite written Torah only Jews. Okay, what is that? Is that a book? I appreciate that. Let's see if I can share my screen on here. Could react to some stuff today, but how's everybody doing? Where's everybody from? We got someone here from Egypt, and yeah. If you don't know me, I'm 21 years old, and I'm currently in Texas. I am from Texas. I'm a 7th generation Texan, meaning my grandpa was from Texas, my grandpa's grandpa was from Texas, and I guess his grandpa, is that 7? And I basically decided from a young age that I don't even know if I decided. Maybe God decided for me. I don't want to have a normal life, and I will never have a normal life ever because I hate normal. Everything is so boring. School is boring. I mean, hanging out with your friends at school is fun, but like that's when I realized, bro, life is boring, and it's set up for you to be insanely bored for the rest of your life unless you do something about it. So yeah, the past 7 months, well, I got back about a month ago, but the past 7 months I've been traveling in Asia. I started out in Thailand, Bangkok. Bangkok's a good city. There's like 30 million people that live in Bangkok. I've never seen such a big city in my entire life. Talk about like the nicest high-rise bars. I went to a bar one night and I was like, never felt so bougie. But I've been traveling for the past 7 months in Asia. I shaved my head and eyebrows and became a monk for a week. As you saw, hopefully you saw in one of my YouTube videos. I also trained Muay Thai and got absolutely destroyed in a Muay Thai fight. And then I went to Vietnam and traveled for 3 months. And I also read the entire Quran. Where are we at? Right here. Read the entire Quran. Here's the Bible. I read these 2 books and they changed my life. They changed my perspective on life. I tell you what, both books, there's one commonality between them, between the Bible and the Quran. And I would say this. The one thing I learned from reading both of these is that most people do not know what's inside of it. Because I read the Bible first, or I started studying the Bible first. I started studying the Bible when I was a lot younger. And I started reading it. And the first thing I realized when I was reading it is like, whoa, everyone at church, or not everyone, but people at my church, even people who are teaching me, are they aware of what it's like? the message of some of the passages in here, and I realize a lot of people don't know what they're talking about. So you got to be careful about who you listen to, because the really only way to get your information is from this book, and sitting by yourself and reading it, and sitting by yourself and going like this and thinking about your life, because you can only really trust your eyes. So that's what I learned from reading the Bible. Then I was at a class. I had a teacher one time that told me, the Quran is not very long. You guys should read it. And I looked it up. I was like, oh, the Quran is only 1/10 the size of the Bible. It's not that long. So then on one day, I decided to read it. And I did it for a YouTube video. Actually, no, one night before that, I had the idea. I was like, yo, what if I read the whole Quran in one sitting? I had that idea like while I was training Muay Thai, before I got my ass beat in that fight. And I had that idea, and then I did it a few months later. And I tell you what, that video, there was a lot of Muslim people who want to see a white guy read the Quran, eh? But the Quran was insanely peaceful to read. And are we surprised? It said nothing of what I thought it said. It was completely different than what I thought. And it was complete peace, just like the Bible. So, man, you got to look into things yourself. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anyone. Only listen to yourself. Damn, we got 28 people in here. How are we doing? Also, can someone tell me how the quality is? Because I will switch to my phone if this quality is a little low. How's the quality doing? I can share my screen and react to things on here, so maybe we could react to things. All right, guys, let's drop some questions below, okay? Oh, we got someone from India. Okay. Oh, we got someone from Pakistan. Yo, I want to come to the Middle East so bad. I'm planning on coming to the Middle East in like 1 year, and I hope I can meet up with some of you guys. I want to see the Middle East, because I tell you what, the news in the US and just people's way of thinking is essentially that, all we know about the Middle East and all we hear about the Middle East is war, because there's US soldiers there right now. So we hear about wars going on in the Middle East, and we hear about oil, and we just see pictures of people wearing these stuff over their head. What are the women wearing over there? So we don't understand it over here as much. That's basically what people know about the Middle East. And I'm determined to go there, because I'm sure it's going to be completely different than anything I've ever been told about it, as is everything that I've looked into myself. Every single thing I've looked into myself is completely different than what anyone has ever told me. This world is full of lies. It's the devil who runs the world and tricks everybody about everything, such as the Quran being evil. The Quran is not evil. If you think the Quran is evil, go read it. And then when you put it down, think if you've become a better or worse person. There's no way. There's no way you'll be pushed to do evil. Okay. How we doing, guys? Quality is good? Okay, I appreciate that. That's good. I can share my screen and react to something. Got people from Algeria. Wow, Mamra. North Africa. Oh, I do want to go to North Africa. Monisli. I'm a Muslim Dutch. My parents converted to Islam in the 70s while on a honeymoon in Morocco. Lol. I almost went to Morocco when I was I lived in Spain for 6 months. I was studying abroad. Dude, Boston. I do want to go to Venezuela. Oh, that's right. Hagen told me, I believe your girlfriend is from Venezuela. One of my best friends, Udo, Hagen knows him as well, is from Venezuela. I actually went to Ecuador, which is, what? So we got Ecuador, and then I think it's Colombia, and then Venezuela. I went to Ecuador 2 years ago. That was my first time traveling like on my own outside of the country, and that was a life-changing trip. My friend Teo invited me, and that was the most fun I ever had. South America is beautiful. I love the culture. I was only in Ecuador, but I can only imagine what the other countries are like. So I'm dying to go to Venezuela. All right. What's my opinion on happening in Palestine and the Zionism? The Zionism, don't really know what you're talking about. Or is that the same thing? To be honest, what would my opinion matter? I'm for Palestine. I'm for Israel. What difference does it make? No offense. Actually, no offense. Because what do our opinions matter if we are not going to do anything about it. Like, if we're not going to go there and do anything about it, why does it matter if I walk around and tell people, like, what side are you on? And I was even talking with my friends the other day. I don't know. What do you guys think? One of my friends was like, well, you got to stay informed. And I was like, but why? Like, I need to worry about, I'm trying to make money so that I can escape this cycle of being stuck and being like stuck at the bottom. Then I can be free and I can actually, you know, change things in the world. But when you don't have money, like a lot of it, how can you really do anything? Wow, thank you guys so much. Everyone's telling me to stream with the Muslim lantern. Is that I might have actually checked out his channel. I believe I did. I can share my screen right now. Okay, this is kind of sick. I'm going to share my screen real quick, and then let's look at who the Muslim lantern is. Actually, no, I'm going to do that in a sec. You should have money to travel. You can have money to travel. Find a country that you can travel to that's like cheaper, because you'll become immediately worth more money when you're there, which it is it's easier being from America, because our wages, you know, a minimum wage here is like rich in Vietnam. In Vietnam, when I was traveling there, I could buy meals for $1.25. $1.25? You're so true. And Jahanzib Abbasi, honestly, being on the side of humanity, whether a crime is committed on the people of Palestine or the innocent people in Israel. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm for peace. We're all for the same thing. We're all in the same team here. Whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, or whether you're a transvestite. I mean, all we want is to be free. We want to be healthy. We want everyone we love to be healthy and strong. And we want to be secure, meaning we want to, you know, have a stable income. We want to have a stable life. We want to be safe. That's all we really want at the end of the day. We want to be with our loved ones. We want to be safe. We're all on the same team. That's why I think religions are kind of saying the same thing, even though they're not. I say that. I know they're not saying the same thing, but I mean, you know, if Jesus, Muhammad, Gandhi, John Lennon were sitting in the same room and they had a meeting and there was, you know, I was talking to them right now, I think, which is my opinion, anyone can have their own opinion, I think that they would all they'd all agree on how to live their life. And the Buddha, let's throw in the Buddha in there. I think they would all agree on how to live your life, which is with peace, with love, with hard work, with having faith in God. I mean, is it that complex? More money, more problems? Yeah, but I like those problems, like Drake said. More money, more problems. But I like those problems. I'm going to play that song. Yo, I got to show you this speaker. Look at the speaker I got. All right, this is my apartment. Look at this speaker. Yo, this is the greatest thing I've ever bought. $750. And it's lasted so long, and it's going to last me the rest of my life. I'm about to show you how loud it gets. You ready? Hey, I appreciate you guys joining in on this stream. All right. Let's see how loud this thing gets. This is how I wake up every morning. I get right here. This is me in the morning. Watch out! Boom! I don't know if you can hear how loud it is, but it's pretty freaking loud. I love loud music. What's my opinion on LGBT? Oh, I'm pissed about it. I have a strong opinion about LGBT. makes me so angry. No, I mean, what does my opinion matter? Does my opinion matter? I mean, I don't know. I mean, what is my opinion? I mean, I'm not gay. So, I don't know. Okay. What do you think happens after we die? Do you believe in one true religion? Interesting question. And I got to say, if you asked me this 5 years ago, I would have gave you a different answer. If you asked me this 2 years ago, I probably would have gave you a different answer. But it's slowly being formed over time. And I can tell you this, I don't know. I don't know what happens after we die. And hey, isn't that kind of exciting? The greatest thing in life is a mystery. What will happen after we die? I do think it'll all be okay. I think it's like a trick. I think it's like fear. It's a trick that when you die, I don't think you actually die. I think well, let's go back to what actually happens when you die. So if I were to die right now on the grass outside, also there's a chicken outside right now. That's a chicken. What the heck? Anyways, I think if you die, your cells, I think you become life again. And you know what? I'm realizing I'm not giving an answer right now. I don't know. I think what comes around goes around. That's a principle of life that is a fact. You always get what you deserve. I believe. I think in the end, you always get what you deserve, meaning in this life. And I believe that principle continues to go after life. So I'm not really worried about myself because I used to be worried, what if Christianity is real? Am I saved? Am I saved if this religion is real? And eventually, after years of being worried about that, I realized I am committing so much thought to this. I'm putting so much effort into trying to respect God, whatever God is, that I try to humble myself. So I don't think God is going to punish me besides for what I deserve and the sins I've committed in the past, as we all have. I don't even know did I even answer that? You die and then become worm food. I mean, that's true for your actual, physical body, but we definitely are more than physical. There's definitely a spiritual realm out there. It's definitely real. You can feel it. You can look into someone's eyes. You can look into someone's eyes and you can sense something. You can look into your dog's eyes and you can sense a being there. It's alive. It's a soul. So where does that soul go? Mashallah, brother. Okay, can someone explain to me what mashallah means? I want to learn some Muslim terms. So I know Allah is God. What does mashallah mean? Ride with the mob. Alhamdulillah. Check in with me and do your job. I know that song says, mashallah. Although they're probably disrespecting God. It's used by the power of Allah. It means mashallah. So when God has willed it, mashallah. Dogs don't really have a hereafter for them. But do you know that? How do you know? Okay, mashallah means whatever God wills. I like that. Mashallah. Mashallah. Inshallah. Okay, I hear people say inshallah. God willing. It's like what you say in response to a compliment. Can I fly? Bro, I can definitely fly. The question, if any question starts with can you, the answer is yes. I can figure out a way. Inshallah. God willing. Got him! Sometimes I have to get my energy out. So, what do you guys want to hear me talk about? I hope to be live streaming more. And I'm here for the people. I'm here for the 37 people here right now. What do you guys want to talk about? Everyone ask one good question, and I'm going to pick one of them, and I'm going to answer it. A question that will take at least 60 seconds to answer. Okay? Mashallah. I am 21 years old. That does not count as the question. Okay. That I'm going to answer, but yeah. 21 years old, but age is just a number. Based on my experience, I think I'm about 26. Okay. How are you able to travel a lot? I have a fence staining company. So right now I'm working. I mean, my goal is to be able to fund my YouTube videos through YouTube, through sponsorships. However, right now I'm not making enough money through YouTube to do that. So I have a fence staining company, meaning I paint fences. I do work, and I saved up money all summer with my friend Kurt, who will be in the stream later. And we use that money to go to Asia, and it goes very far. All right, I'm going to pick a question, and let's discuss something interesting. Let's discuss something philosophical, because we are men and women, and we like to have deep, important conversations. I'm not trying to talk about nothingness. I want to come away from this hour having learned something from you guys, and I hope you guys can learn something from me and people interacting in here. All right. Allah Akbar. God is the greatest. It's so hard for me to read that and not think of a joke, because this is what it's like growing up in the U.S. For anyone who's not grown in the U.S., I'm going to tell you what it's like right now with how we, as a culture, have been. It's been pushed onto us what we think about Islam. It's been pushed on. It's been like shoved in us because of 9/11, because of wars in the Middle East, and because of the news, 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 because the news controls all. I mean, the TV is how everybody thinks. Nobody thinks for themselves. So anyway, when I read Allah Akbar, I think of being in elementary school and middle school and high school, because if we're in the football locker room, we'd be like, Allah Akbar! We'd like act like we blew something up. It's pretty sad, isn't it? But it's true. That's like a joke. That's real life right there. And hey, this is no bullshit. That's real. This whole channel is about no bullshit, because everyone is faking everything nowadays on a screen. Everyone's scared. I'm not afraid of anyone or anything, and I will say how I feel. That way you can be like, oh, I'm not crazy. Someone else is actually freely speaking their mind. Don't we have freedom of speech? Who gonna stop me? All right. Please say similarities between okay. Let's compare. Who asked this question? That's true. I only fear God. Okay. Do you believe Prophet Muhammad is a true messenger? I learned a lot of stuff from the Quran, so yeah. Where was the question? Okay, I don't know where the question is. Someone asked me, let's compare the Bible in the Quran. And no, I'm not studying in college. I dropped out of the University of Texas because I was not learning. No, I dropped out because college was getting in the way of me learning. And that's not sarcastic. I was not learning shit at college. I was reading books on my own and being like, oh, dang it, I have to do homework now. It's getting in the way of me reading this book, like the Quran, like the Bible. True wisdom inside of your books. Okay, let's compare the Bible and the Quran from my perspective. And my perspective is if I have studied the Bible, I've read every single word of the Bible, and I've read every single word of the Quran. That being said, I am not an expert. But who is an expert? I mean, I'll share with you my opinion. The Bible, when I read it for the first time, I was shocked at how different it was than what I had been told about it. I started studying it for myself and realizing, my friends would say, "Oh, Jesus said this. Jesus said this." And then I went and read the Bible and I was like, "Oh, he did say that. But wait, he didn't say that." And I started to realize like there's some differences, which is the same thing I realized when I read the Quran. I realized nothing what I have been told about Islam is in this book. This book is all about peace. This book is all about peace and becoming the best man you can possibly be. I'm a man, so I'm reading it from a man's perspective. It's about how I can become the best man possible by honoring God and humbling myself, which is also what the Bible teaches as well. The Bible is a lot more, there's more stories in the Bible. So it's like more soft. It's more soft. But I think at the heart of the message, actually, you know what? I summarized the entire Quran on this. Let me share my screen right now. I have a Google Doc sheet where I summarize every book I've read. And I spent a lot of time. I spent a few hours. Let's see. I'm going to share with you right now what I learned from reading the Quran in a very condensed version. I condensed it down to like 2 sentences. I first had I condensed it down to 3 ideas. Okay, let me stream this right now, ladies and gentlemen. Yes! Yo, Ifet Mirza, don't follow your desires. Yeah, you're right. You're actually true. Do you know Muslims dress and play like Jesus than most Christians nowadays? Dress and pray. Oh, I agree. I'm sure that's true. Jesus is also an important figure in Islam. That's what I've heard. And it's quite fascinating to see Muslims and Islams respecting Jesus as a prophet when Christianity doesn't really stand for itself. It doesn't really stand strong, It's not, it's like, it's kind of soft and everyone's kind of going their own way. And it's like left, right. What does Christianity stand for, man? We need to come on. I mean, Jesus was fierce. If you read the Bible, Jesus was like, "Get out of the temple. Y'all are disrespecting God." And he whipped them out of there. People have this view of Jesus as this just like soft little dude that you could just like push around because he's all about love. Yeah, he is all about love. But if you go read the Bible, I'm basing this off the Bible, right? I didn't personally meet Jesus when he was walking on the earth, but the stories in the Bible, that dude was fierce. That dude would go away on a mountain for 40 days without food or water. Try going 1 day without food or water alone, without your phone. This dude did that for 40 days. He went to a mountain. Like this dude was a beast. He's not playing no games. And he walked into the temple and said, "Get out of here. Y'all are disrespecting God." Okay, let me share my screen and let's see what I learned from reading the Quran. Oh, this is sick. I didn't know I could do this. Okay, guys. This is my summarized version of reading the entire Quran. And so, yeah, I read it in December 2023, January, February, March, April. That's about 5 months ago. And I read the whole thing in one sitting. I've since looked over it, but have not sat there and read long passages, but I have looked through like my notes, sometimes when I go to bed, I just peep through it and stuff like that. And, Google some stuff about it. So I do not claim to be some type of expert or anything. This would probably take a lifelong study to fully be aware of all of the knowledge inside this book. But reading through it for 18 hours straight, I can tell you I did learn a lot. Number one thing being, don't fear anyone. Fear nobody. Fear nobody. Fear nothing. Fear no man. Do not fear what someone can do to you. Fear what someone can do to the soul. And the only person that can affect your soul is God. and I believe it says in the Quran, if I'm not mistaken, that God is the truth. So to me, I don't view God as a being. Or no, sorry. Actually, I think God is like when Jesus says I am, I think he was claiming to be aware of what God is. And God is when you truly become awake and you become one with God. Like I believe everything is God. So like when I'm praying to God, I feel like I'm just like praying. Like I don't fear anything except God. And God is the truth. And the truth is doing the right thing. The truth is doing what you need to do, despite how you feel. That goes into number 2. Don't follow your desires. For anyone just joining, I am recapping what I learned from reading the Quran 5 months ago and have been thinking about since then. Fear God and don't follow your desires, which is quite interesting. You have to follow your deeper desires. Like last night, I was wasting time sitting on that couch. I was just going through my phone. And my desire was to keep going through my phone because it's just like, it feels good. It feels good to sit there and do nothing. But in the end, it feels bad. The things that feel good are what you end up feeling bad about. You eat a pizza and you feel like shit. Versus if you eat chicken and rice and vegetables, it's not going to taste as good. However, an hour later, you will feel like a beast. Feel like an absolute unit. So don't follow your desires. That's what I learned from reading the Quran. The third thing from reading the Quran is to be brave, to endure. A lot of the Quran says have patience, have patience, have patience, have patience. And it just brings me so much joy knowing that patience. A question, guys, chat. Question to the chat. It's a little glitchy on my screen. Just wondering, ever since I started sharing my screen, is it a little bit glitchy? Oh, and I'm sorry. Apparently, I'm not supposed to slam the Quran. I mean, no disrespect. Grayson, do you fear you will betray Christianity if you embrace Islam? Is that a worry you have? It is a worry I once had. However, if any question starts with, do you fear? My answer is going to be no, because I fear nobody except God. I don't fear humans. I have evolved above myself, and I have essentially destroyed almost all of my fear. I would say I'm not completely fearless. There's still things that I want to overcome. But when I interact outside in the world, I quickly realize how much other people are being controlled by fear, and I'm not. I'm free. I've been set free. I've been sanctified. Okay, that's good that the thing is good. At the beginning, I did fear reading the Quran before I read it. And like buying the book, it's crazy what your mind can do to you, because I have grown up my whole life thinking that Islam is evil. And so like when I went to go buy the Quran, like I literally felt guilty. As if I'm buying like some evil book, right? And I'm like a little bit guilty, really excited, but definitely a little bit like, I'm doing something bad. I'm doing something that's a sin. But then I started reading it and I was like, wait, if Jesus was in front of me, I'm pretty sure he would agree with almost everything in here. Like I could flip to any page. If you fear God, he will grant you salvation. That's what the Bible says too. Ward off evil with good. That's literally what the Bible says. Jesus says to turn the other cheek, to fight evil with good, to not fight evil with evil. That's what the Bible says. Oh, it says over here on the next page next to it. Apostles were mocked before you. It says that in the Bible too. Jesus says, I'm only without honor in my hometown, meaning Jesus got respected and loved everywhere he went, except when he went in his hometown, people were like, we went to high school with that guy. Like, come on. Who does he think he is? And it says that in the Bible, and it says it in the Quran. Apostles, prophets, people who speak the truth are never going to be liked because the truth is the truth. The truth is not mainstream. Have I ever hated on Islam before reading the Quran? No. Well, I mean, definitely as a kid. Like I said earlier in the stream, kids in high school like make jokes. They'll be like Allah Akbar, and then they'll make like a bomb noise, like as if they're a terrorist. That's because the news. It's not Americans' fault. It's the mainstream news pushing this idea on us that we accept. We should just not accept any idea that's pushed onto us unless we've seen it with our eyes. It's crazy how much. I mean, the television is the greatest power tool ever. I mean, now it's our phone, but like you can just transmit ideas. You can transmit fear through a phone and make people hate an entire religion because of an extremist group. I mean, bro, there's extreme Christians too, but we just don't really think like that. I mean, there's like the KKK who were racist, and I believe they would just hang black people in America back in the day. I'm sure that they were like a Christian group. So there's always extremists who don't understand the way. But in America, we are told by everyone around us that, yeah, don't worry, bro. I find that hilarious. We know how the government do this through brainwashing. It's true. I've definitely mocked Allah Akbar and made jokes like, I've definitely done that in the past when I was a kid. And yeah, I mean, that's probably all I've done to disrespect Islam. But at the time, it's like, what was I disrespecting? I didn't even know what Islam is. You know, Islam is the Quran, and if you read the Quran, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But nobody will know that because nobody will read it for themselves. Even though I proved to you that you can read it in one day. You can read it in one day. You can read the whole Quran in one day. When people said it, like all the comments on my YouTube video are like, you don't understand what you're reading. No. When you read a book for 18 hours straight, I'll tell you what, I'm damn sure that I got the main idea of the book. I didn't get all the extra bits because I can't store that in one day. But I'm telling you, I understood the main point. Fear God. Don't follow your desires. Don't be arrogant. Was that my 3 things that I wrote? Don't follow your desires. Follow God. God is the truth. 2 + 2 = 4. That's God. That's the truth. When you wake up, there's a right and wrong things to do every single day. And it's up to you to decide. It's up to you to pray about it and think about it. Muslim Lantern. I have not talked with the Muslim Lantern, but everyone is recommending I talk with him, so I'm looking forward to it. Oh my gosh, wait till you read it in Arabic. I would love to understand Arabic, and if I could snap my fingers right now and know Arabic, I'd pay a lot of money to know Arabic. That would be so sick, because I would walk up to you like, Mashallah. Mashallah. I want to speak Arabic. Mashallah. I fear nothing. I fear nobody. Is Arabic attractive to you? I don't even know if I've ever heard someone speak Arabic. Wait, I'm going to play Arabic right now. This is going to be me reacting, hearing Arabic for the first time. Oh my gosh, I'm a little scared. I mean, I've definitely heard like words before, but you should have read the Clear Quran as the translation and more up to date. Whoever. Hey, pancakes and tea. Yeah. I do want to visit a mosque. Should I do a video where I visit a mosque in Texas? Because actually one of my friends who I'm hoping to get on the stream soon, his name is Gabe. And he is a white guy that's a Muslim. I don't want to speak for him. I believe he's a Muslim. He goes to a mosque. And I can tell you what, I have never met a white guy in my life. Like, I've never shook hands with a white guy except Gabe that goes to a mosque. That's like crazy for like the US. Like you go to a mosque, like that's crazy for us because nobody, I don't know anyone that's become a Muslim that's white. I've met two girls who were two different girls at different ages who were my classmates who were Muslim. I didn't talk to the first one because that was when I was in elementary school. Like when I was in elementary school, there was a girl in my class who wore hijab. I believe that's how you say it, right? Hijab. And I just always felt so bad for her because she was like the only one in our class. You know, there's like 100 kids in the grade. You know, we're in 6th grade and guys are wearing their Nike shoes. You know, the girls, their hair are out, but she was wearing hijab. And I felt bad for her because she looked different. But because she like stood out, you know, and I just like, I just like could feel, you know, people's eyes, including my eyes, would just like go to her because you want to see what she's wearing that day. She's wearing a thing over her head, which we don't understand. Like we don't know why. Why is she wearing that? Because and then someone might tell you, well, because she's Muslim, but we don't know what that is. Like, if you tell someone I'm Muslim and they've never read the Quran, what do they think Muslim is? They just think what the news has told them. And what has the news told them? The news has told them that Muslim is about this. That's what we're taught in America. Completely not true. Go read the Quran for yourself. Go read the Bible for yourself. MashaAllah. All right, I'm going to react to... now you know that girl feared no one but God. True, but did she, or was she just following what her parents taught her? I don't know because I didn't ask her. But I feel like we're at such a young age where, like, hey, maybe she did understand it. Maybe she definitely feared her parents more than God because she wouldn't want to disrespect her parents. Or maybe, actually, what am I saying? I haven't even met her parents. Why am I assuming? Don't assume, bro. All right, let's react. Place. Hey, can we get some likes in the chat? Can we get some likes in the chat going? Okay, I'm trying to play the Quran. I'm getting too excited because there's so many people in here. I feel like there's so much energy right now. Sometimes I got to get out my energy, man. All right. Okay, what do I search up? Surah Minin. Okay, I'm just going to search up what Mimo431 just told me to search up. All right, guys, I'm going to go react to hearing Arabic for the first time. Are we excited? Make some noise. I can't hear you. And okay, one sec, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and wait, no, that's the wrong screen. One sec for it late. Excuse me. Sorry. MashaAllah. Man, my computer's tweaking right now, y'all. Hold up. Don't leave yet. Don't go anywhere. Again, I'll be streaming for the next hour and 23 minutes, and my friend Kurt is supposed to be joining me at 5:30. He should be here. And do square push-ups. Yo, I'm getting hot in here, man, all right? I turned off my AC so it's not loud. But now I'm throwing these punches. I'm getting a little warm. Woo! All right. I got to sign into my account real quick, and then I'm going to listen to the Quran, or I'm going to hear Arabic for the first time at the request of you guys. Also, if you want to support me on my journey, you can drop a super chat. You can drop a donation in the chat. Of course, not required. But the more money I can make, the more money I will be able, the more time and energy I'll be able to devote to doing videos like going to visit a mosque and making videos for you so we can all learn and expose the devil. All right, logging in. One sec, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and we're back. Okay. Okay, we're back here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Do Thai kick. Oh, thank you so much, Ifet Mirza. Much love. Thank you so much. Okay, let's listen to the Quran. Let's listen to Arabic. Let me share. All right, can you guys? Yep, you guys can see it. Here we go. I don't know what I'm searching up. Okay, surah, that means chapter. Does surah mean chapter? For anyone who's not Muslim in here who has not read the Quran. Ifet Mirza, thank you so much for super on a live stream. Let's go! Means so much. Any donation will help me continue to do this more often. I want to do this all day, every day, but I have to paint fences so I can make money. Okay. So, best recitation ever? All right, let me connect to my beautiful speaker. And I'm going to go grab it to make sure I can hear it. Connecting to my beautiful speaker. Connected. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Are we ready? Here we go. All right, let me get my speaker. All right, I'm just going to make sure I can hear it. Oh my gosh, no donation. Are you a Muslim now? Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. How do I say that? I tell you what, I consider myself a Muslim. I also consider myself a Christian. I also consider myself a Catholic. At the end of the day, what I really am is how I interact in the world. It doesn't matter what I say or what label I give myself. It matters what you see me do. And I have no problems with anyone, man. Just don't stop me from doing me and love God, love the truth. Hey, let's do what's best for our kids. Okay. Okay. Oh, Yo, this is good. Wait, question. Are you guys hearing it twice? I'm playing it off my speaker and it's gonna go into the mic. Are you guys hearing it twice? Or are you hearing it play off the computer? No, I know it's not music, but I mean it is music. Okay, so it sounds good? All right. Man, this chat, you guys are responsive, okay? It's not music. Wait, but it is music. I mean, music to me is something that sounds beautiful, so why is it not music? Okay. Yo. My speaker just broke. Psych! This thing never breaks. I said, what? All right. It's getting way too hot in here. Turned off my AC so it's not so loud. And now I'm sweating. Okay, that was my first time hearing no instruments are used for music. Okay, I guess, I'm sorry, it's not music, but it's music to my ears, meaning it sounds pretty. Just like if I sang right now. Whoa, 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 can't stop me. I'm afraid of nobody. I'm afraid of nobody. Only fear one, God. What? It has a melody, yes. Wow, I mean, that was my first time hearing Arabic. That was beautiful. My Deem Dunia, thank you so much for the $6 donation. That really means a lot. As well as Ifet Mirza. You guys are quite kind. Thank you so much. Ifet, thank you, bro. Hey, Finn Butnick, you just said I'm not Muslim? You serious? Hey, Finn Butnick. Well, okay, what would mean I'm Muslim? Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I mean, well, no, not kidding. What makes someone anything? What actually makes them like it's in your heart, right? Oh my gosh, there's 80 people in here. Yo, how are we doing, guys? Can we get some GGs going in the chat? Hey, chat, how we doing? Hey, chat. Hey, how we doing? Hey, chat. Hey, chat, how we doing? Hey, chat. Okay, 555. I'll skip to 555 just for you. I will go to 555, 555, 555, 555, 555, 55, 55, 555, 555, 555, 555, 555. Generation art. Nothing else. Other than and that one is this region, I didn't figure out what they what's it like that. What the what it says, okay? Man, like yourself, you would then be losing. That's true. The guidance professionals you brought forth so far. How far? Okay, friends, I'm trying to understand exactly what it's saying right now, but it sounds beautiful. And I know, so this is how people listen to the Quran. Thank you, MS Academic Course. Hope Allah guide you leaving right now. See you. Thank you. Bro is a legend, seriously. Hey, that means a lot. I appreciate you guys all the support, and I appreciate the donations in this chat so that I can keep streaming. I mean, I'll be able to stream way more if I can just make a living off of YouTube. Then I'll just devote my life to this. I mean, I am already devoting my life to it, but I have to figure out how to get money otherwise, you know what I mean? So thank you guys. Wait, music is haram? All right. Let's get some solo conversations going on in the chat below. Eggplant, take it easy, take it slow. Yo, pause. Eggplant? Haram police. Haram police? Hey, I need some haram police in the chat. If there's anything haram that's in the chat, I'm gonna need you to type haram. Have I ever met a Muslim in real life? My friend is a Muslim convert. I talked to a Muslim girl 3 years ago in one of my classes at my university 2 years ago. And I can't recall her name. She was very sweet. She was a nice Muslim girl, and she did invite me to go to the mosque. I actually was planning on going. This was during I was in a religious class, intro to religion, and I didn't end up going. Regretfully so. I wish I would have gone and seen one. I'm planned. Should I do a video soon where I go to Quran? Or go to a Quran. Go to a mosque? Yo, what do people talk about? Oh, yeah, that'd be sick. All right, maybe I will just for you guys, okay? Wait, how would I approach them if I wanted to record it? Because I'm going to be like, do I just like walk into the mosque? Like, yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy back with another video. Today we're at a mosque. Should I just do that? Hey, imagine you go to the mosque and you see me. Yo, what's up, y'all? Today we're at the mosque. We're gonna be getting really litty here today. That could be the intro. No, I'm playing. Okay, real talk. If I wanted to go to a mosque and record it, how would I do that if I've never been there? Oh, I know I'll be kicked out, guys. Come on now. You got to know when I'm playing, all right? Although it's funny when people think I'm being serious because that just, hey, you just gotta stir up the pot a little bit. You gotta. Sometimes I like to just like get a little grenade and just, pew, and then watch the chat go, pew, and then wait a little bit, get a grenade. It's all for good fun, isn't it? Just don't mess about and it will be all fine. Okay. I have not talked with the Muslim lantern, but wow, I want to. This guy seems like a total G right now. Do I think Jesus is God or a prophet? I'll tell you what, I have this conversation often with my friends. And this is what I come to the conclusion of. Is Jesus God? Is Jesus just a prophet? Here's my conclusion. As is every single conclusion when you think about any single question ever. First, you need to think, how does it affect what I do tomorrow? That's really only what matters. That's why, like, when someone asks in the chat, what's your opinion on like the Palestine war right now? My next thought is, how is my opinion going to affect what I do tomorrow? And then I quickly come to the realization that no matter what I believe, it is not going to change what I'm doing today and what I'm doing tomorrow. It's not going to change anything. I'm trying to be the best version of myself. I train every single day. I need to become as wise as I possibly can. And I need to make as much money as possible so I can better the life of myself, better the life of everyone around me that I love and care about. That's what I'm focused on. And inspiring people. So that's a long way of saying, do I believe Jesus is God or prophet? My next question is, how does it affect me? How does it affect how I live tomorrow? I think what Jesus said in the Bible has, like, the lessons that Jesus teach that are attributed to Jesus in the Bible about what Jesus said have improved my life. So I follow them. Whether or not 2,000 years ago he was God, I don't think that affects my relationship with God. So I think Jesus is an idea. And I'll be honest, maybe he is God. I have no idea. I was not alive 2,000 years ago, and I have never seen him with my eyes, like Jesus the human. So I don't know if he was God. But to me, it doesn't change how I act tomorrow because I believe the words what Jesus said. I believe it improves my life. So I don't really give much. I don't really care because I believe what he said is true, and I'm going to live my life about what I learned from what Jesus taught me. So I'm waffling. What does that mean? I'm avoiding the question. You are so much closer to Islam, you have no idea. I mean, yeah, honestly, it seem kind of weird. How can you be 100% God, 100% man? That just doesn't even seem to make sense. But again, what's the point of us wasting energy on this? Let's talk about what the ideas that Jesus taught. What are the ideas that Jesus taught? Jesus taught to love your neighbor. Okay. We agree with that. Jesus also taught to don't be arrogant. That's also what the Quran teaches. He said, don't be arrogant. And he walked in. There's a story in the Bible of him going into the temple, and people in there were selling things and making money. And the temple had turned into this place where everyone was just trying to make profit and scam each other. And he walked in there, and apparently, according to the story, he kicked everyone out with a whip. Bro. So Jesus was, I mean, the actual Jesus in the Bible was a G. Dude was fierce. He was not playing around. So he taught to not disrespect God, and I believe you shouldn't disrespect God either. So I believe what he said. It's kind of like, here, let's put it this way. If you look up to someone who speaks truth. Okay, let's say you value my opinion, you look up to me because I've had an interesting life and I've taken a lot of risks, and you respect the risks I've taken and you look up to me. But you never meet me. Before, like till the end of your life, you never meet me. Did I really exist? Did I really exist, or did just my ideas exist? So that's how I view God. That's how I view the Quran. That's how I view everything. I view it as ideas. It's ideas. It's all ideas. Ideas on how to live. And if it improves your life, it's true. The Bible says only the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. If you know something is truth, if it'll set you free. If Jesus is God, who's the God that Jesus prayed to? Okay, Joseph, great question. But actually, no, not a great question. Does it matter? What difference does it make if Jesus was God or if he wasn't God? And it's crazy because if you said that in church, in a Christian church, you'd be like, no, but I mean, like, literally, what does it change how we do? Like, when we leave this church and when I walk on the street and I'm going to go meet people and I'm going to go talk to people, whether or not someone told me Jesus is God or Jesus is not God, I would be like, okay, Jesus's words help me. Jesus's ideas that he teaches help me and improve my life. So the difference is hell or heaven where you end up. I don't know. I think you create your own hell. I think you live in heaven or hell right now. I'm in heaven. I'm free. I have no fear. I only fear God. And I don't know what happens after I die. You're after. Dude, I think the afterlife is a trick. I think it's a trick. Not a trick. I think there is an afterlife, but I think it's a lot simpler than that. I think you get what you deserve. And I think if you murdered a bunch of people in your life, I think you'll somehow be repaid back for that during your life or after. And if you go around helping the world your whole life, I think you'll be paid back for that during your life or after. Maybe both. I think it's a trick, a little bit of a trick too. I think it's a little bit of, now you are confusing. Lord Falda, I am free. Don't you dare tell me I'm not free. Lord Falda. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Lord Alpha. My apologies. Lord Alpha. Yo, I'm getting a call from my cousin. You're on stream right now.
On stream?
There's 55 people listening to you right now.
55? What are you doing?
I'm on YouTube Live right now. And now you're on YouTube Live. I'll have to call you later.
Okay, bet.
All right, brother. This is my cousin Brock, everybody. He's a G.
All right.
I'll talk to you. I'll try and call you tonight, brother.
Okay, bet.
All right. See you, Brock.
See ya.
How do you know the Quran is the word of God? I think what's true will set you free. If something is true, it'll set you free. And yeah. Read it all very quickly. I don't think he pondered it very deeply. How do you know that? Why is everyone saying I didn't ponder it, man? I did ponder it. I'm still pondering it every second. Every second I think about God. That's actually not completely true, but it's a little bit of hyperbole. I am free, but I see a lot of confusion and frustration. You will only be truly free if you find the truth. Honestly, you're right. I think I do. I don't really have an answer. Oh, did he really say that? How to get triceps? All right, everybody, let's go. I appreciate you guys supporting me on my journey to unite the world together. Any donations will mean a lot, so I can continue to put that towards making more videos. Anyways, let's do a little push-up break, all right? Good. That's all it takes to be in incredible shape. Look at that. Boom. We talk about religion all the time. Let's learn about you. All right. All right. I'm sweating. I was about to say I'm sweating ball sacks, but is that inappropriate to say? Actually, you know, whatever. I'm just going to say whatever I want now because actually, I've always been doing that. Bro has energy. Dude, I always have energy. How do you guys not have energy? How are people tired? Actually, I know why people are tired because they say they're tired. If you wake up in the day and you're like, and then when you see your friend, you're like, I'm tired. Why? Why say anything that takes power away from you? Like, imagine one day you only spoke what would help you. Even if you didn't believe it. Even if you didn't believe it. Because when you start to say it, you actually do start to believe it. So never say you're tired. Never say never also. Sometimes you actually are tired. But I mean, like, people say tired every day. Like, people say, I live in Texas, and it's really hot in the summer. People have been living here for 30 years, okay? But every time you go talk to someone, when you see them on, they'll be like, it's so hot out. Yeah, no dip, it's hot out. We live in Texas. It's been hot for forever here. But why say that? Like, everything people say is just, it's not uplifting, it's downlifting. Why? If you want me to talk about myself, this is what I'm talking. This is what I think about all the time. Every time I go on, I spend a lot of time alone. I haven't talked to, I've called to people on the phone today, but like I haven't talked to anyone today. It's 5 p.m. I haven't talked to anyone in person. So I spend a lot of time alone, a lot. And ever since I went out, well, when I started traveling, actually, I'm going in circles. Since I spend a lot of time alone, every time I interact with people during the day, I realize how much people are controlled by their own head. It's like they're not free. They don't believe that they can do anything. They fear humans. Why? I do live in Texas. Lord Alpha, I appreciate all your support. I just like to roast you. Even though I never met you, it's just fun. I love how honest you are with what you say, no fear whatsoever, and always truthful. Thank you. And you know what's crazy is I'm actually still holding back. There's like so you can say a certain amount of stuff that'll piss nobody off. It'll make everybody happy. And that level, you'd be saying nothing important because anything important will make some people angry. Then you can like keep going up on the scale until you're actually speaking what you believe. And there will be people upset. And I'm somewhere in there. But if it's kind of scary to think how many people aren't speaking their mind. So I'm determined to speak my mind. Free yourself from others' judgment. I appreciate that. I mean, what do you guys want to hear? My first time streaming, okay? Like, why did you guys join this stream right now? Like, everyone type something right now. Something short. Why did you join the stream? So that I know what to talk about for the next 23 minutes before my buddy Kurt gets here and joins the stream as well for another half hour, okay? What do you guys want to hear? I can react to things. I can talk about myself. I can talk about religion. What do you guys want to talk about? Why are you here right now? Let's go. We're here to support you. FM Mirza. Do I want to get married? I'll tell you what, I want like 80 kids. I want 80 kids. I want to build a dynasty. I love kids. I want so many kids. I love kids so much. Kids are full of life. Kids are full of life until they get corrupted. Kids are free. They're a little bit too free because that's why they just walk around and like smack you. But at a certain point, like the world teaches them and just crushes their spirit over and over again. But it's ultimately their fault because they accept it. You can't accept it. That's why I want to have so many kids because I just want to tell them every day, fear nobody. Fear nobody. Only take in ideas that help you. If you go to school and they teach you something and it makes you more fearful, don't believe it unless you've seen it with your eyes. Just don't believe anything you haven't seen with your eyes. Or something that's believe with your eyes or from someone that you really trust, like that they saw it with their eyes. Because what's happening in the world is everyone is seeing things on a screen. Like everyone nowadays is watching streams of like 21-year-old boys sitting in their room and they just believe what they say. Wait a minute. No, I'm not lying, but I don't think you should trust me. No. Sorry. I think you should trust me. That's what I think. Do you think you should trust me? That's for you to decide. And the only way to actually test that is to test what someone tells you and try it. So if someone tells you you should breathe, you should take deep breaths during the day. And then the next day you try it and you feel worse. And then you try it the next day and you also feel worse when you take deep breaths. Then you tried it and it doesn't work. So just try it. And if someone is always right, or 80% of the time what they tell you ends up being true, then I don't know. Ifet Mirza. Ifet, it's great to meet you. Hey, what are y'all talking about in the chat? Who are y'all? He lies about so many things and walked away from. Oh, you're not talking about me, are you? Please don't be talking about me. Hey, I want to ask everyone this right now, okay? This would, if you like my videos, okay, react to a video on the life of Prophet Muhammad. Okay. I did, but honestly, you should only believe people that, why should you believe a book? You should only believe a book is if you've first read the book, number one. Then you try the ideas. What are the ideas? Test it. Try it out. Does it make your life better? Okay, then believe it. Boom, it's that simple. Does it make your life worse? Okay, don't believe it. So if I say an idea, and you try it, and it makes your life better, then it's true. Because only the truth will set you free. Ryan Cohn. Oh, gosh. I'm not going to do that, sir. Not today, sir. All right, let's react to something. Everyone. Rumble account? I don't have a Rumble account right now. Could get a Rumble, though. Right now, I'll start on YouTube. What was the video y'all were telling me to watch? Oh, it's time for night prayer? Purpose of life. Treat to purpose of life. All right, I'm going to watch that. Actually, sorry, we're going to watch that. Is that it? Which one? Okay, this one. Okay. All right. Dude, I think I might have broke my speaker. Okay, pause one sec, guys. I'm very worried about my speaker. Never mind. It's back. Okay.
What are we doing here? And where are we going to go? It's like we just woke up one morning and then it's welcome to the show. Don't ask any questions, just go with the flow. Make as much money as you can and try your best not to get broke. Copy everything on the TV, from the hairstyles to the clothes, and don't think too often. Just do exactly as you're told. And if you ever get confused, then just turn towards the alcohol. You'll still hear your thoughts. Then just turn up the radio as you learn to live a lifestyle of drugs, sex, and rock and roll. But in all honesty, I just need to know, is there more to the cycle than growing and getting old? Living and dying just to leave behind a happy home and a whole lot of property that somebody else is going to own. I just really need to know before the casket's closed. Cause I'm not willing to gamble with my soul, nor am I ready to take any chances. These are just simple life questions, and I'm just searching for some answers. Like, what are we doing here? And what is our purpose? How did we get here? And who made us so perfect? And what happens once we go? Or is this world all really worth it? Questions we don't answer because apparently we don't really have to. There's no purpose to this life and our existence is merely natural. Then in that case, please let me ask you, did you create yourself or was it somebody else who had fashioned you? Cause you're a being that's impeccable, faultless and unparalleled. You're a product of supreme intelligence and I'm merely being rational. For there isn't a camera on this earth that can come close to the human eye, nor a computer that can compete alongside the human mind. And if the whole world was to come together, we wouldn't be able to create a single fly. So many signs, yet we still deny. Science tries to justify that all this could come from none, when it's a simple sum. 0 plus 0 plus 0 cannot possibly ever give you 1. So from where did all this order come? But everything has its origins, a maker, a creator of its own. I mean, the only reason you're watching this video is because somebody had to press upload. So we can believe in the Big Bang, but I'd rather believe in He who caused it to explode. Allah, the creator of everything along with every single soul. The ever-living, the master, the only one who is in control. Unlike his creation, beyond our imagination. And no, he's not a man, nor does he have any partners in association. He's on his own. And no, he did not ever leave us alone. Just like every manufacturer, he left with an instruction manual. The Quran and Islam, and I'm sorry to jump to conclusions, but it's the only one possible. The only definition of God is the one and only supreme being. It's logical. A book with 0 contradictions, with miracles that are both scientific and historical, all revealed over 1400 years ago. Like the detailed description of the human embryo.
The descriptions of the human embryo in the Quran cannot be based on scientific knowledge in the 7th century.
To the mountains as pegs holding firm the earth below, and the 2 seas that don't mix in a...
This video is interesting, but this is the most interesting part.
Supreme being is logical, a book with 0 contradictions, with miracles that are both scientific and historical, all revealed over 1400 years ago, like the detailed description of the human embryo.
The descriptions of the human embryo in the Quran cannot be based on scientific knowledge in the 7th.
Sorry, I think we're a little bit early, bro. My bad.
Dude, there's like 50 people right now.
Dude, we saw. I was shook.
Go in. Just take off your shoes.
All right. Bro, I saw 50 people. I was like, oh my gosh, dude, it's like a lecture hall. You said. Oh, lecture hall. On the way we were.
All right, we got some friends here.
Oh, what's good?
Let's go. Gabe, I didn't know you were coming today, bro.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind the.
No.
Yeah, but we were just hanging out and he was on my place.
All right, Kurt and Gabe, come say hi to.
What's up, stream?
56 people. We get you some chairs.
Dude, this is sick.
Assalamualaikum.
Hello at the two friends. Yo,
I look
thank
so
you,
funny
a
on
human
camera.
being. Bro, this is sick. What's up, guys?
Zakir Naik. Oh, that's a good suggestion.
Yeah, we're a bit early. That's my bad. Should have timed a little bit better.
No,
I mean, this setup is nice though.
dude, I know, right?
Nice little curvy.
Or should we just stand?
Honestly, I don't mind. I don't mind either.
All right, got my friends here. Kurt.
Yes, sir. Dude, this is sick. This is sick.
Kurt was with me in Asia.
I was the one that was yapping in the Quran video in the background.
Right, that is the guy right here, and
That is me.
this is his cousin,
I'm his cousin, yeah.
who's now also my friend Gabe.
Yes,
Gabe,
sir.
are you a Muslim?
I am a Muslim.
Okay, Gabe is the only Muslim that I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the only
Same for
Muslim
you?
I
I gotta
know.
bring you by the mosque one day, bro. Get
Dude,
you-
That's what
Yeah.
they've been saying, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Inshallah.
When did you become a Muslim?
I became
Share with the
Muslim.
people.
So October 2022, I became Muslim. I took my shahada. There's a little masjid like.
You took your
in
what?
my- shahada is like the declaration of faith. It's like one of the 5 pillars of Islam. We can talk about that if you want
Okay.
to.
Stay here, bro.
So it's really just like the
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a white Muslim here.
yeah Mexican Muslim. Dying breed, growing, inshallah. So the shahada
This
is
guy is W.
Appreciate it, bro. It's once you have the belief in Allah and in the Prophet, peace be upon him, and in the Quran and just Islam in general, the shahada is like the outward expression of that. It's the
Okay.
official declaration of faith. There's
Okay.
there's like an actual statement that you're supposed to say. It's ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa
Okay.
ashhadu anna muhammadar rasulullah. So that's saying like I testify that there's no God but Allah and that Muhammad is his messenger.
Okay.
So that's that's
And
when
when
I
was
say
that?
I took my shot.
When did you do that?
That was October 2022. So a little over a year.
Damn, bro.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah. I was actually gonna ask if I can use your bathroom. I gotta pray really like.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Oh, dude, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
So the bathroom is inside the house.
Okay.
What's up, stream?
Kurt, keep them busy.
All right, yeah.
Tell them who you are, Kurt, and what videos you helped create.
What's up, guys? So I don't know how many of y'all come from the Quran video.
Where do you want to?
I'm guessing a lot of y'all. I helped out with that video. I was there helping Grace and making sure he had everything he need. Before then, I don't know if you guys watched the Muay Thai video or any of the videos before that one. I was the editor behind all those videos and the cameraman. So me and Grayson, we've been friends for a very long time, and I've been helping him out with his shorts and his videos. I'm kind of like the guy behind the camera a lot of the times. But after our trip to Asia, which is where Grayson read the Quran, he read it in Bangkok. We went to Tokyo, and then after we went to Tokyo, I decided to come back and pursue college because I wanted to get a degree in communications so that I could get better at video editing and, possibly work for a company where I could, start editing for them. And yeah, that's basically my story. What I wanted to say first off was, I think in the Quran video where you hear me in the background, I don't think I was being very fair to the Islam community. I'm not Muslim, by the way. I'm not Christian. I am not an atheist. I would consider myself agnostic. What I believe is it's complicated. We could get into that later. But I don't know how many of y'all did watch the Quran video, but I take back a lot of what I said. I felt like watching it back, it came across as hateful, when in reality it's not what I was trying to do. I was more trying to challenge than anything. I very recently started to read the Quran. By no means do I find it to be this book of truth that it claims to be in terms of what God is and how the world came to be. But I do think it's a very, at least for me, I love the book. I do love the book. Just like when I read the Bible, I loved the Bible. I thought the Bible was an excellent book for literature, for, teaching morality. I've said this multiple times. I love living in a society that's run by more or less religion. So when I read the Quran, it's, I don't know, it does, you know, make me feel good about myself. But by no means do I think I would ever believe it to be this truth book that you know, Muslims claim it to be. I've had this discussion multiple times with Gabe, my cousin who is a Muslim. He's currently praying. And we've had multiple discussions about it, and he keeps telling me to read the Quran, so I'm reading it. I'm currently on Surah 2. I just started probably around 3 days ago, and already I'm really starting to like it. So I'm by no means am I close to finishing it, but I'm getting there. But going back to what I was saying before, to the Muslim community out there, and to, you know, Grayson's audience, I do feel bad for the yapping that I did in the Quran video. It came across as very disingenuous, and I apologize for it. So by no means was I intending for that to come across as hateful at all. It was just more like I was trying to challenge it, not because I believed in what it was saying and I didn't want to believe, more because I was only hearing the things I wanted to hear, you know, and the things I wanted to hear were what a lot of people would consider the bad parts of Islam, and I was just feeding into what the media says and everything like that. My prior experiences with Muslims was none. I would just believe what I was told on the media, kind of like what Grayson said. What's that, bro? Aren't you?
Huh? I'm just gonna pray right here.
Where's Grayson?
He said he was inside, and then he just said,
Oh, you're right.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna lock this door real quick. Sounds good, man.
But bro, you should just teach me how to pray.
You want to? I was actually talking to Kurt
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, if you want to, for sure. Definitely.
Why don't y'all do it in here then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me lock this door.
Yeah, you're good. I don't know where Grayson's going. But wait, let me see what y'all are saying here. I've never done a stream before, so I wanted to see kind of what y'all are saying. You guys are good guys. Happy to see you together. Thank you, Ewok. It's a W. Jumping to conclusions then, if you are on chapter 2. Yes, that's correct. Watch Sam Shiro. I'm not really jumping to conclusions, though. It's just what I'm gathering off my reading. Watch Samsung live. Don't just take a book like the Quran and feel it's not corrupted or the world is,
So right now you'll show
because
me how to
it's
pray.
not read and understand the Bible
So I can teach you the.
more.
Kurt, can you move the
Sure.
computer so it can see us?
Oh yeah.
Gabe.
What if I just hold it for you guys?
Yeah.
Is that cool? Can I take this off the charger?
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're gonna watch Grayson pray the Muslim way for the first time.
Here right next to me. I'll just see where the Qibla is. So whenever we pray, we have to direct ourselves to
Is it good?
to the Kaaba
Yeah.
in Mecca.
Actually, no. It can't
No?
see our face.
Oh.
Maybe we can just put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down there. Okay. So.
All right, guys. My friend Gabe here. If you've missed it or you're just joining, Gabe here is a Muslim, and he is going to teach me how to pray for the first time.
His first prayer. Alhamdulillah.
So you have to do it at a certain time, right? Or
Yeah, so there's 5 daily prayers, and
Okay,
there's
5
some time windows.
Is this the
in which
time?
you have to- Yeah, right now it's Asr, so this is the 3rd prayer of the day. And we can face this way. And if you want, so obviously when I pray, there's a lot of
talk towards there.
Okay. So you know when we pray as Muslims,
act like I'm the computer.
yeah, there's a lot of things that we say during the prayer. You know, we start with a takbir like Allahu Akbar, and then I'm sorry, I'm unfamiliar with the streaming, but so we say like we recite Surah Al-Fatiha, like the first surah of the Quran, obviously, and then we do that for every rak'ah, and then the first 2 rak'ah. You know what a rak'ah is?
No,
Okay. I forget like how unfamiliar everybody is.
I know surah is chapter, and I know the first surah
Yeah,
is like the
Al-Fatiha,
one you
the
were
opening.
supposed to. Well, when I did my YouTube video of reading it, they're like, you didn't read it every time or something. So I knew it was like, oh, the first surah is like
Yeah.
the main one.
Yeah, exactly. It's known as like the most powerful story because it's something that it's we can get into it after the prayer and I can explain just
Alright.
like what's gonna happen. But so also the thing is it's one of those silent prayers, so I'm not gonna be speaking a lot. I'm just
Okay.
gonna say Allahu Akbar, and then when I say that, you're gonna follow the motions that I make.
Alright.
So the rak'ah is it's a unit of prayer. It's essentially like the actions that you take within each unit, and there's 4 units in Asr. It's a
Okay.
lot of overwhelming stuff, but
Alright.
like when we start, just follow
go.
what I'm doing. Okay.
Tell me
So
what
you
to
want
do.
to stand next to me? Make sure that we're facing the Qibla. You can stand just.
You can move the camera and then quicker if you think it's
Okay.
be better.
Yeah, because it's
Take
facing my
charge.
stuff. Okay. Yeah. So.
Maybe over here, Creek.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe you're right.
Can we move this just for a second? I want you to have more space,
Oh.
so you're not like constrained by it. Yeah, we can just move the table in the back. That works. Let's do it. Perfect.
47 people watching us. This is crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna learn how to pray the correct way for the first time.
For the first time. So whatever actions I make, just try to copy those actions. And then, so I'm the imam. I'm the one that's leading in prayer.
Okay.
Whenever I make an action, just you go a little bit slower than I do. A little
All
bit
right.
like, slower pace than I do. All right. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Sami Allahu liman hamidah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Sami Allahu liman hamidah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Sami Allahu liman hamidah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Sami Allahu liman hamidah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Alhamdulillah. Their first prayer. Yeah, alhamdulillah. That's, all praise is due to Allah.
All praise to God.
Yeah.
Allah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alhamdulillah, his first prayer, bro. Yeah.
That was, I have never seen. Actually, no. I think I've been at the airport before
Mhm.
and seen a Muslim pray, but I've never seen that. So
You had the motions down. I mean, I didn't get too into it because there's a lot.
there's
to
more?
explain. No,
But
like there's more complexity to the prayer, but I just wanted you to get a feel for like what the motions are like. Just the silence.
yeah, the only time I've bowed in my life was when me and Kurt were in Thailand and I stayed at the Buddhist Temple.
Yeah.
Did it feel similar to that at all?
The bowing, yeah.
I guess it's because you weren't repeating
Dude,
the mantras,
putting
though.
your face on the ground just really feels humbling.
Yeah, the first time you do that, it's something it's really
Like, yeah, it's like
it's transcendental.
it is. It's kind of like.
So if you were to compare it to anything, what would you say it's the most similar to? Or is it its own?
Say it again. Say it a little bit louder.
Oh, sorry. If you were to compare it to anything, what would you compare it to if you could compare it at all? Or if it was something so great that you can't compare it to anything?
Compare praying right there.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, right there, I was really just listening and bowing.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
But bowing, and just closing your eyes for a sec is always.
Oh, my bad.
It's always just silence. Even if I didn't understand what you were saying,
Right.
of course, but just silence is like, and bowing. It humbles me and makes me realize I'm okay and life is good.
Yeah, that remembrance of God is really the important part, and that's sort of what I wanted you to experience right now. It's just that, like,
Well, I did,
humility.
bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for helping film that, Kurt.
Yeah,
Let's see
bro.
what's going on in the chat. I can't
Oh,
believe
they were
there's.
saying you were
blew up,
doing
yeah.
Hindu hands with your palms. I think that's.
Oh, you're not supposed to do this.
I mean, there's different
I mean,
things
is
that
there?
you do, but it's more like this.
Oh, okay.
That's something I didn't really explain because it's
Yeah,
as
I mean,
you get
yeah.
further into it, but yeah, I should have specified a little bit more with that.
What is the chat saying?
Dude, this is.
They'll log in, you.
Bro, this is crazy.
I never thought there'd be this many people in here, bro.
Dude, neither did I. When I pulled up your stream as I was leaving my house, I was like, dude, there's 53 people watching him.
Dude, at one point there was like 80 something.
Oh my
Really?
god.
And watch, if I go here, let me.
He's blowing up. This is crazy, bro. This is my first being a part, or even seeing a part of a stream.
Dude, yeah, me
it feels
either,
so
bro.
surreal, bro.
Dude, yeah.
It's interesting. I'm not used to talking to a camera.
Yeah, me either. I'm live, join. Because I noticed at one point, it was like 4:45 and like 20 more people came in. And I was like, oh, that's because I scheduled like a post to say I'm live at 4:45.
Oh.
Like 20 people came in. I was like, what the heck?
They were waiting.
Dude, I know.
How many people were here when you first started? I guess. Like I immediately at 4. I guess not
Shoot,
many.
now I
I'm
can't-
assuming not many.
well, no, well, at like 3:50, I like came on and there was like 3 people waiting. I was like, yo, because I had posted like many times. I'm streaming at 4. So
Dude, this is crazy, bro.
oh, look, it's like 66. See, people just joined because I just posted that.
Yo,
What the heck, bro? How we doing, everybody? I'm here with Gabe and Kurt, my 2 buddies,
What's up, guys?
my fellow brothers.
It's funny watching all the chat.
Dude, I know.
I feel like
it feels surreal.
I feel like
This is
Aiden Ross
crazy.
right now.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
It
chat,
feels
thanks for the
exactly
subs.
like that. W's in the chat.
W's in the chat.
That's so funny, dude. But I was gonna say, bro, you're already in like the top 1%
let's-
of at least like Twitch. Like the top 1% of Twitch gets like 50 viewers. Because
Yo,
there's so many people streaming that even if you get 50 viewers, it's like a ton.
dude, it is a lot. It's a lot of people.
Yeah, I know.
60 people right now watching. Yo, we should react to one of the videos that you edited.
That I edited. Oh yeah.
What the Muay Thai video?
We could. I mean, I haven't watched it in a fat minute. I already told your chat that was the one I edited. I came on and just kind of explained my backstory.
Oh yeah, what did you talk about when I was gone?
Well, I actually did. You watch the Chrome video?
Yeah.
Did you? So there were certain points in that video where I started just yapping.
You would like comment.
Yeah.
A lot of people commented about your comments.
Really?
Like, yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, the guy in the back. Like, they would mention, like, they listened.
Oh.
Dude, people listen to, like, the
I mean,
whole
I saw
thing.
one comment like that, and I think I.
Oh, there's a
I
lot.
didn't know there was a lot.
I probably read, like, 10.
Whoa.
At least 10.
Well,
And in other videos, people will comment on my shorts, like, that guy that was in your video, they're like,
I mean, but when you made the post on your community page about you were going live, and some dude was like, "Is Kurt the one that was yapping?" And I was like, "That was me." So when I think I first prefaced by saying that I didn't mean for my comments to come across as hatred. And looking back, I do see how it was kind of disingenuous of me to make those comments. So I basically just apologized to the Muslim community. It was just immature, and I didn't really even know what I was talking. I would listen in here and there, and I feel like at the parts where I would listen in would just be what was perpetuated in the media about why Islam is bad.
Yeah.
And I would literally just hear those. Like, it would be times when I would listen in and then I'd hear those parts, and I'm like, wait, what? This is literally what I hear when they talk about it. And it's just, I realize that now. And I'm like, that wasn't.
Yeah, but I mean, at least you were speaking your mind, how you felt in the moment.
Yeah, but I feel like
was that not how you felt?
Even though that's how I felt in the moment, looking back, I can acknowledge it was out of ignorance.
Oh,
it was out of ignorance of not knowing what I was talking about.
Well, that's a pretty respectable thing to look back on.
Preach, bro. Thank you. But I wonder how many of these people that are in the chat have seen these videos. I think definitely my favorite one is the Muay Thai one. That was just the one that I really tried really hard on.
Oh, someone said respect, Kurt.
Yeah.
Wasn't a big deal. Like, it's not a big deal.
Yo, is there anyone that you recognize in the chat?
Not really. Only that's commenting.
Yeah.
No.
Well.
Brian Cohn. He went to our high school.
I was on your stream whenever you mentioned him.
He was like twerk or something. That's the only person that I've recognized. Oh, and Hagen's brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Hagen Byerly's brother.
But I was gonna say, I wonder how many people in your chat are, like, the percentage of Muslims are in your chat right now. It seems kind of, bro.
At least all the people comment.
Bro, when I was talking to the camera and I realized how many people were watching me, I got like a little bit scared. I got like a little bit. So I can't even imagine if there's like thousands. There's only like tens of people here, and I was like kind of like shaking with my words.
Dude, yeah, it's kind of weird.
I was like, whoa.
It's weird too because it's like just a number.
Yeah, it's just a number. But not really, because you see what they're saying on the side.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, someone said, Gabe, how did your friend revert? Story time. Are you able to, in like 30 seconds, how did you go from being non-religious, or what were you, Christian?
I was agnostic. So before converting to Islam, I was like, I've always been someone that's really interested in theology. Even since I was a little kid, I would ask about books on like mythology, because to the best of my knowledge, when it was that Percy Jackson era, I thought that was like the coolest stuff ever.
Yeah.
And I was raised Roman Catholic, went all the way through like confirmation and everything. And that was in sophomore year of high school. And then it was junior year that I actually found Islam, later into junior year. And so to make it really short, it was really just knowing friends that are Muslim and being interested in what their belief system was. And when I first started reading the Quran, actually, it was really, it's funny now to look back at it. I sort of read it with this intention of like debunking, because that's like when I read the Bible when I was young. I've read the New Testament. Of course, like now I'm not as familiar with it as I once was, but it just wasn't something that really made a lot of sense to me. Something that I thought wasn't necessarily like something that I should follow. And so when I started reading the Quran, I read it with that intention of this is going to be similar to the Bible in the fact that like it's been changed, there's differences, it's not going to be something that's
without knowing anything about it, you mean, right?
Yeah, without any knowledge about it. And of course, like living in the West, I think it's something all three of us can say we've experienced, is that like cultural stigma when it comes to Islam, of what we know about it, especially because so my parents have traveled in the Middle East quite a bit.
Oh wow.
They've been to Lebanon.
Yeah, they went to the World Cup.
They went to Jerusalem. More recently, they went to the World Cup in Qatar. That was actually, it's funny, they were there after I converted. They went to Medina. They went to Masjid al-Nabawi, like the Masjid of the Prophet, peace be upon him. And reading the Quran and the way that I approached it was understanding the most controversial things first. That's what I wanted to sort of get out of the way. I wanted to understand, why is it that women wear hijab? Why is jihad a concept? Why are all these things that are really controversial? Why do they exist? And understanding that. and then reading it,
Said,
understanding.
no way, Medina. That's sick.
Yeah, it was amazing. Alhamdulillah. And they actually, it's funny because so my mom, that's one of the things that she's always been questioning about is like the wearing of the hijab and like the jilbab and abaya and everything. And she got there and she had to wear hijab and everything, and she was happy with it. Like she seemed like content with it.
Huh.
So yeah, it was really interesting. And like I guess that's sort of the way that it went about, was just reading the Quran to try to understand why those beliefs exist, and then making that connection to God. And one of the first things I did, one of the things I thought was the most important to do, was connect with Muslims and actually understand Islam like through action and through life. So I even emailed, because I didn't like my friends that are Muslim, not all of them are frequent the masjid. So I emailed one of the like outreach program directors of the masjid, and they got me my first copy of the Quran. They got me a prayer mat and everything. But yeah, I really just started with questioning, wanting to understand.
But then you did fall out of it after. Well, I guess you never really fell out of believing, but you fell out of practice.
Also, one sec, someone just donated. Thank you so much.
What?
$5 donation.
What?
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Bro.
She said, keep up the great work, boys. May God guide you three. Salam to our Muslim brother.
Bro,
What does salam mean?
Salam means peace. So whenever we say assalamu alaikum, that means peace be upon you. And if I were to say to you assalamu alaikum, you would say wa alaikum assalam. So that's and peace be with you.
All right.
So here, let's say we're meeting, right? I would say assalamu alaikum, and you would say wa alaikum assalam.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Wa alaikum.
Wa alaikum
Salam.
salam.
Yeah.
Wa alaikum salam.
Wa alaikum salam. Yeah.
That's kind of cool. It's kind of sick.
Yeah, it's.
So you then fell out of practice with it.
Yeah, so that's what I mean.
When you came here, basically, is from what I understand.
Yeah, so essentially what and this is something that's very like has to do with personality types and just the experience that I went through. When I first reverted to Islam, walaikum salam, I saw that salam in the comments, or in the chat.
Hey, Gabe is our boy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Salam, Gabe. From a white Muslim to another white Muslim. Oh.
Hey, mashallah.
Hey,
Walaikum
he's
salam,
white.
brother.
Yeah.
We're there, yeah, we're out there. It's funny actually at the masjid, there are like a few reverts, and I met the first Latino revert, which is crazy because that's not something that's common at all. And he's born in Brazil. His parents are from Venezuela and Mexico, and then he was raised here, so he's really just
That's kind of sick.
And he's
Dude, it's crazy how people
he's
from
Mr.
different cultures
Worldwide,
can
literally.
get into religion, bro.
Yeah.
The backgrounds in it's crazy.
And everyone has a unique way of.
Yeah, everybody has a story. Everybody has a story.
Everybody
How they
does
got
have a
in.
story.
It's kind of sick.
It is sick.
Whoever allowed
Hey, I
us,
appreciate you guys
yeah.
being here today. We can stream for like 13 more minutes.
That's fine. Yeah.
Interesting. People are loving your story.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty common thing, just at least in the West.
So how many people are, when you go to the mosque, we're in Texas, by the way. When you go to the mosque, how many people are white?
Like white?
How many people look like you?
Yeah, he's told me that.
How many people are,
Yeah.
how many people do you know that are like students at A&M that are white? That are just like you?
Off the top of my
Like
head,
a white male that goes
white
to A&M.
male, maybe like 10 or less. And there's a lot of
Out of
brothers
how
like
many people that are there?
the MSA itself has like 1,000 something members. So like of the people that go to the masjid frequently, it's like 100, over 100, 200. So of those, it's like roughly 10 or less that are white. And it's really interesting, especially like living in America, like getting the other side of that coin when it comes to racial. I mean, the thing is we're Latino, right? So like ethnically speaking, we are like a minority, but when it comes to physical appearance, it is a humbling thing to be surrounded by people that don't look like you.
Yeah.
I mean, we
What is-
experienced
Yeah, it
in
is.
Thailand,
It is.
bro.
That's how
we felt in Thailand.
It's like
yeah.
I finally learned what it's like to look different because
That culture
people's
shock
eyes
is-
just go to you more,
Exactly.
and it makes you a little bit uncomfortable.
Especially because like when you're
I never got used to it either.
Yeah.
No, me neither. Especially when we were in Japan. That was
I never got
That was
used to it. Just
crazy.
like, why, bro? I feel like I'm like, this is what it's like to be famous. Like everywhere you
Standing
walk
out,
in somewhere,
yeah.
everyone's like,
something that stuck with me for
Watching
a long
you?
time was because I also went to a Latino club here in A&M, and when I went to that club, dude, just like in Japan, I towered over everybody because this is a bunch of tiny Latinos.
Yeah.
They're probably like a couple, like no one was my height. No one was even close to my. I was towering over every. I'm only 6'1", by the way.
oh my.
That's not. I mean, I
pretty
don't know.
tall.
At least here in A&M, that seems kind of average. But at this Latino night, bro, I felt like I was 6'5" or 6'8". It just felt like I was towering over everybody, and that's how I felt in Japan. Like I don't think I could ever get used to that feeling of like everybody just having their eyes on you. In Japan, it was because I was white, and because they don't see me very often. They don't see people like me very often. But when it was because of my height, it made me feel the exact same way. It just, I don't know. I didn't like it. I don't know. I never got
Yeah, it
used
makes
to
you
it.
uncomfortable.
It
But it makes you
really
appreciate when
does.
you now.
No, yeah. It makes me empathize with
Yeah.
people who are Muslim, who are around just white people.
Or,
I
yeah.
can't even
Anyone
imagine what
on
they
the
feel
street,
Yeah.
black people, like you just like,
Oof.
oh look, oh, like
No,
your
yeah,
eyes
yeah,
just
yeah.
naturally look for something different. So it makes you realize like, oh, when you're that,
Yeah. No, yeah. It was
it
definitely.
is humbling.
For sure.
But
It is a really interesting experience.
did you have any other questions for Gabe? I mean, me and Gabe have these kind of discussions all the time. There's not really anything more that I would want to ask Gabe about his religion. But what about you, Grayson? Anything that you wanted to?
Something quick before the stream next week.
Dude, yeah. Gabe's gonna be on here next week, guys. Hear more of both of our stories, reading the Quran for the first time,
Dude.
Yeah.
and what we thought about it. But we stream for like 10 more minutes. So what do you guys want to hear us talk about? Maybe questions that can involve all three of us. Kurt, if you had to say in one sentence, what do you believe in? Gabe's a Muslim.
Right. In one sentence?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are going to disagree with me here, but I guess that's the point of having this discussion. Is if I was to say what I believe in one sentence, I would say the universe is God.
That's a lot. Because obviously I believe in the creator of the universe, right? In Allah.
But what is that? Or what do you believe that is? Kurt believes the universe is God, but you believe God, obviously not like in a fairy tale with a dude sitting on the cloud, but
Yeah, separate from
what do you believe?
I mean, it's hard to
Yeah.
to quantify what God is, right? Because Allah is, he's perfectly unique. He's different than anything that we could really conceptual wrap our minds around. I think what's really interesting too is like to look at the Asma al-Husna, like the 99 names of Allah, the 99 characteristics that are that Allah revealed to describe Himself. I think that's a good foundation for what a Muslim believes that Allah is. But if we're gonna get into like theological, philosophical concepts, I would say like Allah is the causer, the necessary existence.
Yeah, like an
And the
uncaused
creator.
causer.
Essentially an uncaused causer that created the universe.
Uncaused causer. The
Yeah.
eternal.
Yeah, I mean, Allah isn't subject, right? Like, time itself is a creation, so Allah isn't subject to.
To being eternal.
No, Allah is eternal; He's ever living, but
He's not subject to time.
Allah is without a beginning, and
Okay.
without an end. So yeah, that's essentially like a really basic
Yeah.
approach to my belief.
But in terms of how us three interact in the world, we probably all believe the same thing in terms of being a peaceful person.
Yeah, I was gonna say what me and Gabe believe, even though we have different beliefs of.
But do you have different beliefs?
That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.
Not
the only
beliefs.
diff-
What's the word? Actions.
Right. Not
Like
even
actionables.
That.
Like if you have trash and it blows away in the wind. Like whether or not you believe in Allah or you believe the universe is God, it's probably the right thing to go pick up the trash.
I agree.
So what I'm saying is there actually differences?
Well, the only difference that I can see that the main point arises is the only difference between the two is, I guess, the beginning of the universe, because that's the only difference.
But how does that affect what you do?
No, I get what you're saying, but I'm just trying to say that that is the one difference. That's it. Everything else is essentially the same. The only thing that's different there is where the universe came from. When we boil it down to, how do I describe it? When we boil it down to the deepest root, the only thing that separates us from what we believe and how we act and blah, 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 is how did the universe come to be?
And that changes how you act?
Not really. I mean,
Okay.
it just gives us what we believe, and therefore it gives us, we set a standard of morals upon that. That comes with that. Man, I'm fumbling my words again, but that's what I would say would be the only really key difference, in my opinion, is that.
But that's not a key difference if it doesn't affect how you live. Or to my question, maybe it is a key difference to you, but to me,
I mean,
I only care about how I should act tomorrow.
Right.
So is there a difference?
I mean, there is a difference, because when we get into actions, right, that implies a moral code, right? What's good and what's bad.
Yeah.
And obviously, when you go out in the world, you want to act on what's good, right? Enjoin good and forbid evil, right? You don't want to do things that are bad. You want to do things that are good. And so the difference that I would say between, for example, someone that's religious and someone that's not religious is the absolute and objective moral source is different, right? So when I go out in the world, the way that I interact with the world, my morality comes from Allah, it comes from the Quran and the Sunnah. So those actions and that expression of enjoining good manifests itself differently than the way it does for someone that isn't Muslim, right? So there's certain rulings, right, in everyday living on how we should interact with the world around us.
But I would say those are not that different from what we believe to be morally good, like people like myself.
Right, but I mean, the thing is, if you're gonna ask the difference, and then you gotta.
But to me,
understand
but what I'm trying to say is that I don't think that is a difference.
I mean, it is though, because the way that you and I would interact with certain people might be different. Like, for example, lowering the gaze. That's something that I think you can easily go to.
Lowering
Lowering your
yeah.
gaze, like not going after lustful, not falling into.
Oh,
not even.
Oh, they
just,
said gaze.
Yeah, no.
Lowering the
get down the
gaze.
guys.
That's what I thought you meant. Like
Get on your.
Yes, but
lowering your
lowering your gaze.
not
right?
lusting after.
Yeah,
Right?
to an extent. I mean, it's more than just that, because it's not necessarily just not lusting. It's like, right. So
That's true. That actually is a good difference that I've not thought about.
Two components, right, of hijab is the first one Allah says in the Quran is tell the believing men to lower the gaze, and the second one is tell the women to cover themselves, right?
Now, what does that mean?
To lower your gaze, it's a literal thing. It's literal and metaphorical, because on the one hand, it's a literal, like I am trying to avoid looking at a woman that's beautiful, that's in front of me, that isn't covered properly. And even if she is properly covered, just not coveting her looks and just interacting.
The purpose of that being like, I don't want to objectify this person in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
believe in the same thing, kind of.
Right, but
yeah,
in the way that action manifests and that belief manifests itself, there is a difference.
That's true. I have not been doing that. I've definitely been gazing.
It's a different.
I was at the pool this weekend and I was gazing.
Exactly.
I mean, let's not deny the fact that it's okay to acknowledge when someone is attractive. I think it's what else happens with those thoughts in your mind that should make you want to lower. That should make you lower your gaze. If you look, bro, it's about to get fucking. Hold on. So if you look at a girl at a pool, and your immediate instincts are, oh, she is hot, I would love to get with her in a sexual way. In my opinion, and I don't feel like I do that anymore, and I do see how that is bad. Yeah, I do see how that is bad.
So
because that's objectifying women. That's
it's kind of like wasting your energy a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it like sucks you.
Right.
And I mean, I've told
It's
this to Gabe multiple times. I think when I stopped doing that is when I came back from Asia. Oh, dude, honestly, after we took LSD in Asia, that's when I stopped doing that.
Yeah.
That objectifying.
Could you?
Because it just made me realize that we're all human. That's my personal thing on it.
Yeah.
And you stopped looking at women in that way, or you stopped trying.
For example, as soon as I would think as soon as I would even start to think of objectifying a woman in that way, or started having sexual thoughts of a particular woman, look away. Don't think about it.
Like,
And
don't waste
it
your.
got to the point where it got so common for me doing that, I just stopped. I mean, me and Gabe had this discussion all the time where if we see a scantily dressed woman or girl, especially here in College Station, and we see, a woman who is dressed modestly right next to her, we had this discussion the other day where it's like, I don't see them any difference based on how they're dressed, if that makes sense. Like, I don't see them any different.
Oh. Versus
Now.
someone who's dressed scandalous and covered up?
Right. They could be right next to each other.
Could I bring something up really quick? I just want to talk. Two people in the chat made really, really good comments.
Go for it.
Jazakallah khair. Let's see. Okay, right here. Thank you, Ellie
Shikna.
Yeah, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name. So
What does
that's
he say?
one of the points that I want to bring
You
up.
can
is,
look for a second.
but not focus on her.
Oh.
And secondly, Ridwan.
That actually seems like a real life solution.
Yeah, so Ridwan right there. Also, prevention is better than cure. Jazakallah khair. That's exactly the thing as well. So Islam it's a religion of prevention. So we believe that it's better to avoid a sin entirely and try to just not fall into it than fall into it and then have to correct your mind. It's just avoid it entirely, right? So when you lower your gaze, there's two things. If a woman walks in front of me and she's beautiful, mashallah, I can acknowledge the fact, if I see her because I'm looking in that direction and I just happen to see her, the first gaze is halal. Like, that's not wrong for me.
First gaze is what?
Halal. It's permissible. So if she walks by me, and I just happen to notice her, and then I notice that she's very beautiful, that's not haram, right? Because in that moment, it's not something that I'm intentionally looking for or doing. So one of the things of Islam, right, is the intention behind your action. So after she walks in front of you, that's where you acknowledge the fact that, yes, she's very beautiful. And then in your submission to Allah, you would want to lower your gaze, you want to look away. And that's two things right there, right? You're preventing your mind from going and thinking about things you shouldn't be thinking about. You're preventing, right, the shaitan from getting in your mind and whispering things to you. And the second is you're making your action a willing submission to Allah, right? You're making that action. You're being God conscious. You're understanding the fact that one day Allah will hold you accountable for what you're doing. And so you want to lower your gaze and submit your will to Allah. And that's what I would say is different, is that, yes, we can acknowledge the fact that she is a beautiful woman and she's walking in front of me. But immediately after that, in my submission to Allah, I'm going to lower my gaze and just tune it out.
But what do you think is the underlying reason for that?
To prevent?
I mean, think deeper.
There's three, right? Is to prevent the mind from running away. Because, like men, the way that we're...
Wait, why is that bad?
What? Why is it bad?
Why is it bad to have sexual thoughts of a woman that you see and
you
desire to have her in bed?
Let me say. I mean, I will say. Don't worry, I'll let you.
No, you.
But I mean, for me,
her. Thank you so much for another donation. Kurt, hold the thought. Thank you so much.
See.
In them is great sin.
Oh, we talked about this yesterday.
They ask you about wine and gambling, say in them is great sin, yet some benefit for people, but the sin is greater than their benefit. That was actually probably the most impactful verse of the Quran.
That's one of the things as well.
Because I remember telling people that the Quran is not. It actually says alcohol has benefits.
We just talked.
We talked about this yesterday.
It literally says has benefits, but it's honestly true. Like in the end. Okay, what was my question? My question was,
why is it bad?
Oh, why is it bad to have perverted thoughts?
Because I feel like you're not looking at them. You're not looking at that person.
Or wait, what is perverted? Wait, what if it's like a good thought? Like this woman looks beautiful. I would love to sleep with her and have kids
with this woman.
Well, it's different because for a Muslim it's different, right? Because before that thing of, and it's good. It's a good thing to go out and get married and have children. That's one of the things that Allah gave to us, right? Like that ability to do that.
Someone said no, Grayson.
But the thing is, you have to go through first marriage, right? You first have to show that. I mean, there's multiple things of why marriage is a thing, right? But before you go through, that act of physical intimacy and that intercourse, there has to be that action within the context of marriage, and different on the way that you would go about that through marriage versus the whole thing of sleeping with her, right? Like the just seeing whichever woman you think is beautiful and then going after that, right? That'd be wrong. Because again, there's a lot. I mean,
Okay,
even
wait.
like
Why is it wrong if you just so if a woman walks by right now and I'm like, yo,
Damn.
like sheesh,
Yeah.
like she looks beautiful, and why is it bad for me to have thoughts in my head of being with her in bed?
So the thing is that's a natural reaction, right? Like we can acknowledge the fact. We don't have to, give into that fact. I'm not saying this is, go out there and think about this all the time, but it's natural for us as human beings to feel those feelings of attraction and lust. And it's not necessarily bad to want to take that further through marriage. However, every time you give into that thought of, oh, I really want to, sleep with that woman. She's really beautiful. This woman's really beautiful. You're priming your brain and sort of normalizing your own psyche to think it's okay to go out and do these things. And in that, oppose the rulings of Allah.
No. See, that's where I agree with you. But the only part I disagree is where it comes from. You say it comes from Allah and Allah's moral code. I think it comes from just how it intrinsically makes us feel as humans.
Okay, well, same thing then.
What do you mean?
Or same thing.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's the same thing. I'm just saying you don't.
So you agree?
You don't need a deity for that to be true.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
But
Again, yeah, it's to your point of. You see, there's really.
wait,
but the thing
Oh,
is,
okay. I was about to say. I thought that said a certain number. That's crazy.
what's SAR? Dyslexic steak. Dyslexic steak. Thank you so much
SAR.
for 50 SAR. What is a SAR?
I don't know. Wait, look up the currency. Just type in SAR currency.
What is a SAR?
is it Saudi?
It's activity report.
Is it this Saudi Riyal? Huh.
Oh,
right, nice.
Yo,
Jazakallah khair.
yo, thank you so much. Wait.
But he gave the 50.
Oh, yo!
Wait, what did he say? Go back to what he said.
Yo, we got that oil money.
Wait. And of his
Yo,
signs,
thank you so much. Dyslexic steak.
And of his signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the diversity of your languages and your colors. Indeed, and that are signs for those of knowledge.
Wow. Thank you so much. What does he mean by that? And of his signs, is this a verse?
Yeah, it's a verse from the Quran.
And of his signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth and the diversity of your languages and your colors. Indeed, and not the signs for those of knowledge. I love when I was reading the Quran, I love when it would say, like, surely there are signs for those who can
Those
see.
who believe in those.
Or like, surely this is enough. Or what yeah. It's like all the languages of the world and other people, like, surely this is enough for you to realize how beautiful the world is.
And I think it's really amazing too, because I think a lot of people, when it comes to theology, right, it's that thing about, like, why aren't there signs?
Mm-hmm.
And the Quran is saying there's signs all around you. Just look at them.
Yeah.
Right. I can see them.
Yeah.
Process.
Well, it's past 6, so I'm gonna have to end this shortly.
No, we're good, bro.
We got 60 people on here. Thank you guys
This
so
is
much.
Crazy, bro.
Wait,
I'm
can you pull up
actually-
the stream on your phone so I can see the?
Yeah.
Actually, I can pull it up on my phone maybe. Actually, no. Can you pull it up on yours because you're
Yeah.
not logged into me.
They're saying come to Saudi.
Come to Saudi. I want to come to Saudi.
We gotta watch Al Hilal in person. They're saying come to Saudi.
Come to Saudi. I want to come to Saudi. Oh, it's delayed.
We gotta watch Al Hilal.
Yeah, this is live apparently.
Saying come to Saudi.
Come to Saudi.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
wait.
Hey, alhamdulillah.
I'll keep it on.
Wait, but turn the volume down.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, guys. Oh, I'll be streaming. Yo, this went really well. How could I improve this next stream? Is the quality good right now?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the logistics of actually filming this thing. How can it be improved for you guys, or is it good enough? Do we look cute enough? I'll continue the video.
Lower your gaze.
Lower your game.
Pretty good. Is the sound delayed, or is it with it? Like, yeah, okay, what?
It's looking pretty good. TBH. Purpose of life video.
When doing reactions, it lags. So if you
fine,
could fix
not
your
cute.
OBS.
Okay.
Nice, calm discussion. Quality is good. Mashallah,
handsome
three
fellas.
handsome fellas. Yo,
He
King
wants to see
Nugget.
dude, people want to see reactions, bro. I think that's what you need to go
Bro,
into. People really want to see what you have to say.
call on Sam Shimon, Levin.
I saw that too when I was talking to them. I'm hoping these people are entertained, bro. Especially when you were praying. I saw a lot of people saying it was inspiring and entertaining.
Wow.
We'll bring him to the masjid one day, inshallah. There's a lot of guys that would love to meet you.
Yo, that'd be sick. At the mosque?
Yeah. I don't think that.
What do you call it? What do you call it?
So a masjid,
Masjid.
a place of So
Is that mosque in Arabic?
yeah, but
Oh, thank you so much, Rapunzel.
Bro!
the Muslim lantern. Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Yeah, everyone is saying talk to the Muslim lantern, the Muslim lantern.
He's really.
I
good.
can't believe this has become like a.
He's knowledgeable.
It's actually quite crazy how this, like, how we've got here. Like, how is there's a Muslim community I'm talking to? I never would have thought I'd
Dude,
be
this
talking,
is kind of sick.
I'd be
bro.
talking
This
to a
is
Muslim
sick.
community.
This is sick.
This is so sick. Oh my gosh, someone else. I hope stream money never gets in your mind, bro. Yo, thank you so much. Mo Tahoon. Hey, the more donations, the more I would stream all day, every day.
Dude, there's people that do this for like 10 hours a day, bro.
Wait, what is AED?
I don't know.
AED. Yo, we're like learning currencies
Remember,
today
he
too.
said that when you go into OBS at like, or whatever you
What
use
is-
to record your,
Is it MNRT?
just replace
AED.
SAR currency.
Oh,
I'm on fire.
Oh,
No, it's the same,
UAE.
It's the same, it's the same. Yeah,
I'm on fire.
it's the same as the Saudi right now.
oh, okay. Yo, this is crazy.
Just like over here.
Thank you so much. Anything helps because the money can go towards streaming and making more videos.
Just put it right back in.
Put it right back in, baby.
Bro, this is actually such a sick format for your videos too.
This is crazy.
Do you want to get like a professional camera and stuff?
Yeah. Okay, thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be back next week with Gabe. What do you want to hear from Gabe next week? Comment that real quick before I end this.
I'll take some notes and come prepared.
What do you want to hear from Gabe and me? Kurt, you could be here too. But
You wanna come?
me and Gabe can personally share our story about reading the Quran for the first time. And what else would you guys want to hear?
Do backflip. I got you guys.
Everything.
What political party do I follow? Trump!
Tell him you train.
We
Tell
need
him to
to
train
train
Muay Thai.
Please don't be a liberal.
So I'm gonna train my time. Ramadan already passed.
I don't want to end it, dude. There's too many people here.
I know, this is- Yeah, we can just keep going. I mean, do you have anywhere to be?
No, just wanted to work out. And I need to edit a little bit of a video later for Max. Yo, Ifet, thank you so much. Grayson, let Gabe be your guide, bro. Go to mosque and thank you. Praying for you, bro. Thank you, Ifet. This is
So
crazy.
answer me this: when you
Okay, honestly, if they keep getting donations, we'll stay.
I was gonna say, when you read things like that, when people comment things like that, what does it make you feel?
It makes me feel like, wow, these are real people who are watching and supporting and praying for me. Like the fact that this person, Afet, is praying for me right now. They said they're praying for me. He.
Yeah.
So Afet has been on the stream this entire time since the beginning.
Wow.
Dude, that's crazy.
So it's weird because I can't see them. Like they're just names and words on a screen, but like I guess I'm on a screen to them too. But I've put more of myself out there, like sharing my story.
Yeah,
But-
everybody send a selfie right now.
How did the beginning go? What did you guys really talk about? What did you talk about with these guys?
The beginning, I talked about religion for a long time, like 45 minutes. Like, what do you think about the Quran? Comparing the Bible and the Quran.
Right.
I talked a lot about religion.
Did anybody talk to you about the shorts that you made or anything, or did no one really bring it up?
No one brought up the shorts. Now we are all bots. No longer as friends, but as brothers in faith. Cheers, bro. Bro held the speaker. Oh yeah, I did. I was like holding the speaker and being silly. I listened to us like 5 minutes of a surah. Actually, no, just a
Really?
few minutes. Because someone was like, "Have you ever heard Arabic? You should speak Arabic." And I was like, "I don't even know if I've ever heard Arabic." I was like, "Wait, I need to hear it." So then I played it.
We heard it from this dude too.
Sounded pretty sick. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I bet from just being Muslim, you speak a lot of Arabic. So what's the reason for, like in Christianity, nobody even really, like off the top of their head, if you went and asked people, what was the original Bible written in? I think people would be like, Hebrew or Latin, or nobody really knows. But like Arab, Muslim, and in Islam, they, from what I understand, they're I mean, a religion is the culture, so they're keeping the culture by keeping the original language. This is a question, by the way. Do you know, Gabe? Like, why does it need to be in Arabic?
So
why can't you pray in English? Why do we have to say mashallah? Why can't we say like praise God?
no, you can. I mean, when it's things outside of the context of reading the Quran and certain things that are obligations to read in Arabic, you can pray or speak in English. Like there's sometimes where certain things I don't know how to say in Arabic. So like when I make dua, right, when I pray for a certain thing outside of the 5 daily prayers, then I can pray in Arabic. Like when I'm in the car and I'm driving, I go like,
Oh, bro, yeah, they go like this when they pray.
yeah. So you go like this
It's like God, like it's like you're asking.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So we believe that Allah He loves you so much, and He is shy to leave you empty-handed. So when we put our hands like this, it's a sunnah, right? It's a practice that we learned from the Prophet, peace be upon him. But also it's because like Allah loves you that much, He doesn't want to leave your hands empty. So when you ask for something,
I want to start praying like this now.
yeah,
Dude, I know,
you
that's
ask
kinda
for things.
sick.
Yeah, that's kind of fire.
But so like praying in Arabic and the Quran being in Arabic, that has to do with, I would say off the top of my head, and of course like I'm only speaking as someone that like I've read a little bit and understood a little bit, but I'm not a scholar. But so Arabic is a really different language from other ones because
Ali.
It's a different language, especially from like English, because
This dude.
Keep going.
Dude,
I thought she was gonna answer because I thought she was like watching the stream.
no, you're fine. So Arabic is a really, just like how they're saying. So I mean, every language is different, right? No language can be necessarily translated verbatim. Even like, so we speak Spanish outside of English, and there's certain things that just don't translate. And so the thing is, Arabic, for example, it's a language that has more nouns and adjectives and pronouns.
Yeah,
and
it's
things
like
that
Spanish
even English
times
does.
like 10.
Yeah, if you look at I couldn't tell you the exact figure, but if you see the amount of words that don't exist in English but that do exist in Arabic, it has to do with just the preservation of that, right? And
The culture?
No, I mean of the message of the Quran, right? So it's something that, and even if you look at, I think like standard Arabic, the way in which you would translate that to modern day English, it would seem to us like old English, like what's thou, or
like in the Bible,
that kind of a thing. Yeah. But so
thou shalt not kill.
Yeah, exactly. It just has words and things that aren't in other languages, and of course, like Allah, promises in the Quran the preservation of the Quran, and that it's something that's gonna always be the same.
But obviously, you can't read. Well, I mean, you could, but you wouldn't fully understand if you read the Quran in Arabic because you don't speak Arabic.
Exactly. But so that's the thing as well, is like if you, and every Muslim will tell you this, right? If you want to know the actual, real, original, completely, preserved Quran, is you read the Arabic. But the message, of course, comes across in English, and it's still essentially the same thing. It's just like these certain words don't translate perfectly well into English. But the message, again, nonetheless is the same. So me reading it in English doesn't take away from the fact that I can see its truth and its validity. However, if I want to say, yes, I've read the original Quran in the original Arabic, that's the like perfectly preserved Quran. And Allah knows best, but that's
do you, and I don't mean just like, do you plan on learning Arabic? Like, do you plan on learning Arabic?
I do.
Like, actually?
Like, seriously, yes. Because, my dream, like one of my dreams in life is to be a hafiz, like to be someone that has the entire Quran memorized in Arabic.
Isn't that crazy?
But that's gonna take a while. But inshallah, one day. But yeah, I do want to learn.
Thank you so much, her.
Again?
Bring Kurt with you to the mosque.
Y'all both want to come.
Yo, her.
But we gotta be serious about it. And
Oh, yeah,
I'll speak to my guys.
I would. I can't speak on behalf of Kurt, but I
Are
would.
you serious?
I think it'd be sick to see
I'll
two
speak
guys
my
who've never been
We'll
to a
get-
mosque go
we'll
to a
get-
mosque. How would we respectfully record that?
Would you be able to?
Yeah, it would just be
I mean,
something that
Like to share with,
I think we
basically
would-
as inspiration to other people that you can, because I think I'm scared to go to a mosque. I've never been to a mosque, so I'm scared.
right.
Like, because everything that I've been taught about Islam and Muslim growing up is literally when I used to think of a Muslim, I just thought of 9/11
Right.
because of the news and because of, so like it would be scary, but it'd be nice to like record our
Yeah, that would be
fear
that
of
would
going
be
in there
cool.
and
Well, I
I'm
mean,
99% sure they're gonna be like insanely nice, and we're gonna walk out
Yeah,
and be
you're
like,
gonna be-
"That was awesome."
well, I wasn't thinking about going in there fearful.
Oh, Mo Tahoon, thank you so much.
Dude, this is from the United Arab Emirates, right?
Do you believe Satan exists? What's his role? You think? Oh, what's his role?
Me?
I guess.
I'll let that. I mean, I
Go ahead,
I have my
Grayson.
thoughts.
I mean, I think Satan is deception. So does deception exist? Of course. I think everything that's a trick is like Satan, like luring you into a trap. So whatever you've been lured into your life to believing, I think Satan comes in the form of like
of representation more.
of me. Yeah, I think it's like an idea. Like,
Yes, that's what I
like me eating a whole box of Oreos, which
Satan.
I've definitely done before. I think I'm like giving in to like the devil and angel on my shoulder, like the trick of this is gonna fulfill your stomach. Like, don't you want this Oreo? Maybe it was okay to eat one, but like I want to eat 30, and then like an hour later, I'm like, that was a trick. So like I believe that is Satan.
But do you believe Satan to be a deity?
No,
not another
Satan.
deity. Sorry, a being.
Me?
Yeah.
A being.
Because I mean, for me, for example, I consider him to be a representation of the.
I guess what
idea.
difference would it make?
True.
I mean,
For me, I don't know what difference it would make.
it would make that religious difference, right? Like the belief in
Yeah, I guess
an
you-
organized religion, but if not, it's.
But like that's what I believe the Bible is saying Satan is.
Mhm.
Is that
Yeah,
it's
but
an
yeah, I would say
it's
the
an
same
it's an
thing.
idea like Satan. Like that's what I. But again, what difference does it make? If you believe Satan is a being, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. And if I believe Satan is an idea, like things that trick you, we both would look at something and be like
That's bad.
if a woman walked by and she was a prostitute and she was trying to convince us right now to get with her, like I think we would both be like, this is like my mind is being filled with like Satan right now. I don't want this. I don't want to give myself away. And I think it's an idea, but you think it's like a being.
Yeah, like
I would think we would still think.
I mean, the way, yeah. I guess the way in which that belief would manifest itself, right, in action, would be the same more or less. It's just like.
I mean,
The-
who
the
knows? Who knows what I
implications
would
of
do
it,
and who
right?
knows what you would do. But-
Exactly. Yeah, of course. Like the way that we would act might be differently, but it does make the difference in of course of ultimate fundamental belief about
The jinn.
religion. Yeah, so Iblis is a jinn, which is a key difference
What's up?
between
The jinn. The jinn is like sin, right?
no.
Wait, what?
Jinn are
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Yeah. So
That's right.
if you want to get into this, so one of the key differences, to the best of my knowledge, between like Christianity and Islam is we believe that angels are beings that the only thing they do is follow the will of Allah, right? And so Allah has other creations, and two of which are human, like mankind, and the jinn. So the jinn are another being, and Iblis was this jinn that was highly, respected, and he was among the angels, right? And so when Allah creates the first man, he tells the angels to prostrate themselves to Adam, and Iblis refuses, and thus like Allah kicks him out, and he becomes right like the shaitan, the accursed.
Okay, this is like the Wait, the same. Maybe was this the same story from the Bible? It's like with.
It's because
The
the
devil.
Quran has
Yeah.
pieces of the Bible inside of it,
Well,
right?
Well, it's like the story of Joseph.
yeah, Yusuf.
Joseph.
Yeah, the interpreter of dreams.
Joseph.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is, right, with the Quran and the Bible is we believe that the Injil, right, the gospel that was given to Jesus, peace be upon him, came from Allah, but the Bible that we have now is not the gospel of Jesus, peace be upon him, the gospel of the Injil.
Hmm.
So it's like same source, one has been preserved, one has been corrupted, and thus in the corruption these changes have been brought about. But the corruption about the Bible and everything is a different.
That's a heavy topic, yeah.
Jazakallah khair. Man, I always say that the Bible has some truth in it. Yeah. So exactly, like the Bible has some things, right, that are still true, but it's not the original account and the original Injil, the gospel that was given to Jesus, peace be upon him. But yeah, that is a really key difference between the story of Adam, peace be upon him, the story of the fall from paradise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about that in my philosophy class. We're talking about God and the problem of evil. It's pretty cool.
That's sick.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. It gets heated. A lot of religious folk here in College Station.
Yeah.
And honestly, a lot of non-religious folk. It's like 50-50 in that class. So it's pretty interesting, bro.
It is interesting.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back next week with Gabe.
Yes, sir.
Salaam alaikum.
It's gonna be a good stream. Tune in.
Thank you to everyone who donated to continue to fund this YouTube channel and these live streams. Let's go! Hey, wait. I'm gonna do some push-ups. Can you film me?
Yeah.
Before we go.
Here we go. This is for inspiration, y'all.
Let's go, baby.
You cannot stop until everyone leaves.
3 hours later.
They stay here for an hour. Bye, Afet.
Let's see who else is still speaking.
Salaam, Gabe. Salaam, Gabe.
Wa alaikum
Bye,
salam.
Gabe.
Jazakallah khair. Wa iyyakum.
Keep going.
Leave questions if you guys have any that we could discuss whenever Grayson and I have our talk.
There's still 54 people, bro.
See you guys next week, or maybe later this week.
Dude, you gotta do this more often, bro.
Dude, yeah, this is fire. I love you all.
Bye, guys.
Fear nobody but God.
Hey.